Hello K-pop fans, this is Chris Kim. Welcome to our K-pop. Today I want to talk about SM Entertainment and if entertainment's heydays are gone. I read a Reddit article that talks about how SM is getting weaker as time goes by. The article argues that BTS is stronger than NCT. EXO is one of the strongest acts in K-pop, but they're getting older and they have to go to the army soon. Red Velvet is pretty good, but they're apparently not as strong as TWICE or Blackpink. So with that, you can say that actually in the fourth generation of K-pop, the newest generation of K-pop, there's no top group that's from SM right now, which is quite rare in SM's K-pop history. The Reddit article argued whether SM is getting weaker as time goes by. And lots of reply sometimes challenged the argument or sometimes they supported the argument, but having that kind of argument itself is a sign that SM is having a problem right now, right? And actually SM shares the same grief right now. I've checked and a friend of mine is a friend of SM workers and they said that actually they're worried about SM's future right now, especially NCT. SM is invest hugely on NCT right now. They sometimes work on singles every week and there are so many acts from NCT and they made Japanese singles. They're trying to form a team in Vietnam and China. It's just lots of investment. And when you look at the music video, although all K-pop music videos look good, SM's music video is different because they have a visual director and they have put everything on visuals. And because of that, huge boy groups like EXO and NCT just has a way bigger budget than other K-pop music video. They have more sets, they go for more locations, especially even foreign places. It's twice more budget than normal good big K-pop music videos. With those investments, they just don't get the biggest act right now. The BTS got the biggest top of the game right now, and even for girl group, TWICE is at the highest point right now. And SM is obviously not happy about it. So why is SM struggling? Partly I think it's because of SM's strategy. They don't want to repeat their success. Actually, TWICE is so similar to Girls' Generation. It's 9 beautiful women and put them in pop songs and make them more cute and less about being artistic or being cool. So it's a repetition of actually Girls' Generation, you might say. And unlike Girls' Generation, TWICE has more foreign members from Japan. And their music is more power pop, so it's a bit different, but like the core strategy is very similar. And obviously Blackpink is a repetition of 21, we all know that, and SM doesn't want to do that. They keep their previous groups like Girls' Generation, SHINee and Super Junior and TVXQ, so they want to make a total new group. In general, K-pop labels don't want to have a repeated type of members in the same group, but SM is having even harder task. They don't want to have a repetition of a group. They want to keep the older group and want to make a group that is totally different from their previous group. They don't want to have 9 Tony Star. That's why their group NCT is all about hip-hop because they've never tried hip-hop. And also Red Velvet's music is different from that of Girls' Generation or FX. Girls' Generation music was very pop, and FX music was very EDM and very avant-garde. And Red Velvet music is a core black music, it's more R&B. And also SM system is more complicated than other labels and perhaps that's why it's slow. So SM has an A&R team and they just gather up and make music together. It's a bit slower. Unlike BTS is formed by Big Hit Entertainment and their only act is Big Hit, so they're concentrating on this act. Or TWICE is from JYP, the big label, but they almost formed their own company within JYP and that company is only focusing on TWICE. Sure, SM has such a big A&R team, they have the best producers, they have the best song camp, but still they have too many camps and they have too many artists, too many groups to survive. Like they have BoA, they have SHINee, they have Super Junior, and they all, made new albums. They have TVXQ, and it's just a lot of work. And it's hard to focus on one person in such a huge label because they have so many previous artists and so many heritage. It's all their assets, right? But it kind of makes them slow down. So what will their future be like? I think the most important part is NCT. Honestly, Red Velvet's music is so risky. They take risk and they take challenge, and still they got #1. Their music is so avant-garde and their music is so core R&B, and still they get the top of the chart, and that's very important, I think. So I think Red Velvet is okay, but NCT is different. They need to grow faster. And that's what SM is doing right now. They invest even more on NCT. The rumor said that they will release NCT China and NCT Vietnam soon. And NCT needs to get higher and they need to have more competition between groups, so they need more groups. And NCT will go to USA and be in a Jimmy Kimmel show and other TV shows soon. And they just are trying to conquer the USA just like what BTS did, and so let's see what happens. Actually, NCT's music is way more fan base, way more hardcore, way more challenging than BTS, and so we should see what that makes for the USA audience once they are trying to do mass media. Will they succeed? I honestly don't know, but I think SM will survive, and maybe they'll not make the top of the game group, but they will still have second to the third group and keep surviving because they have a heritage and they have a roots, and those heritage and roots are something that makes them slow down sometimes, but those are their assets in the end, because once you have that kind of many players in one label, you just have a power, you just have the advantage. You can make their stories interesting, they can just help together, and I think that's what it's gonna happen soon. And their next group will be very important, especially the girl group, but we'll see what happens. And that is it. This was Chris Kim, bring K-pop story to the world, no matter how small it looks. Please share this post if you think it's helpful. If you think it sucks, please just reply me back and challenge me and I'll fix it.